everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today I thought we'd start off with a project share. This is just decorations I did for my son's upcoming birthday. He's having a Charlie Brown theme and I decided to make him some decorations. Now before I get started, I feel like I have to do a disclaimer. It'll actually just be my family and my mother. I feel comfortable going to my mother's house because she takes care of my kids while I work. So it's not like we're inviting a lot of people over. It'll just be my family and my parents. So we decided to do a small little cake for him, and I just decided to do decorations for him. This is Charlie Brown, of course, and this is actually a Googled image that I brought onto my silhouette and trace pieced together. I do this all the time with my layouts, but instead of being 5 inches or smaller, I decided to make it quite large. This is all paper piece. This is all cardstock. For my by the way, I also wanted to say that I did do the process of how I created this on Snapchat. So thank you so much for all my followers and all the ones that commented on them. I really appreciate you guys. For my black cardstock in the back, this is actually from Joann's open stock. Joann's cardstock is actually one of the thickest you could probably find, and I really thought it was useful for something like this. And the color cardstock is actually from the open stock section at Hobby Lobby. For the back, I ended up cutting it on my 12 by 12 mat. I do have a 12 by 24 inch mat, but I decided to go ahead and just use my 12 by 12. So this is where I cut it. Not sure if you could tell where I pieced it together. And it's not exactly 2 feet. I think I measured it at 22 inches. But yeah, here it'll actually stand up. I do have a base for my Charlie Brown. And I also did Snoopy, the same thing. He is paper pieced. And I also showed the process of doing him on Snapchat. People really seem to like him. And the same thing, the cardstock is from the open stock section at Hobby Lobby, and they will both stand on a base that I have for them. Today I thought we'd do a 2-page baby girl scrapbook layout. The paper that I'm using for today is actually from scrapbook.com. For my first main page, it's from Photo Play, and it's hashtag Thing to Remember. This one's from Echo Park, and it's Hello Easter baskets. And these two are from Cuttables Summer Market. And this one is called Fun in the Sun. And this one is called Sweet Summer Jars. To start off, my paper does measure 11.5 by 11.5, and I did ink my edges with my Stampin' Up! Early Espresso. For my next 2 pieces, this one measures 2.5, and this one on top measures 1 inch. Next, I do have 2 strips of yellow cardstock. One measures 1/4, and this one measures 1/8. Next, I do have 2 borders. This one I use it all the time. It's actually from the Silhouette store. It's called Lace Border, and I stretched it out to be 11.5. For this other one, I'm not too sure where I got it. I know I purchased it. It came with a couple. Actually, I just don't remember where I purchased it from. I'm so sorry. I did also stretch it out to be 11.5. Now I'll go ahead and glue it down with my zip dry. This past weekend, I was so excited. I finally got to go to Hobby Lobby. I really needed a specific cardstock. I was pretty much out of the craft cardstock, and I needed also some primary colors. And so this past Wednesday, my husband was working remotely, so we just hopped on over to Hobby Lobby with the kids. It was pretty much our first outing in months. Of course, we went fully covered. We wore gloves. The kids wore their masks. And it was actually pretty nice. And we went when they barely opened, so not that many people were there. But it felt so nice being back at Hobby Lobby. My husband took the kids for a walk while I went to the crafting area. I ended up getting more cardstock than I thought I would get, but I figured, you know, California is really bad right now. They might lock everything down again. And so I was thinking ahead. But when we waited in line to pay, when the man finally rang us up, it was so funny. My husband was reaching for his wallet to pay, and at the same time he was handing over his debit card. The man said the amount, the total amount, and my husband's eyes popped up and he just turned to look at me. And it made me realize he had never gone with me to Hobby Lobby while I was paying, so he never really saw the how much it was and how much I spent on cardstock. And I was trying to smile at him, not realizing he couldn't tell because I was wearing a mask. And I started gathering the kids, you know, getting all the bags we had, and we started walking out of Hobby Lobby, and he just looks at me. He's like, what the heck? How much is cardstock, and how often do you get this? It was just so funny seeing his expression when he was getting ready to pay. So, but I stocked up. That's what I told them. For my next page, I do have it ready. To start off, I do have 3 photo mats. They do measure 5 by 5, and on my silhouette, I did do internal offset. For the inside, it measures 4 by 4, and I also did internal offset on my silhouette. I do have 3. Now for here, I picked red because pretty much all the colors I have kind of go together, and I wanted something that would stand out, that would scream at the pictures, you know, come look at me. So that's why I decided on the red. Next, for Miss K Cuttables, I do have my title. It does measure 3.5 by 5 3/4. I did pop it up between the layers. Now the file that I'm using for today is actually from Cuddly Cute Designs. I'll go ahead and leave the information on the description down below just in case anybody's interested. To start off, I do have my crib. This actually comes together, so it was sized together. It measures 5.5 by 6.5. And this actually has quite a lot of dimension. The back layer is actually laid down flat, and the top layer, along with the baby and the bear, I did pop it up on 1 thickness of foam tape, and I really like it. It gives it a lot of dimension. And this I'll go ahead and bring down here. Next, I do have my dresser and mirror. This actually comes together. It does measure 7 by 6.5. And this is actually the mirror I used on my recent video that I just posted, the barbershop. I took the mirror from this file. Next, I do have my rocking chair. It measures 4 1/4 by 4 inches. And everything has been paper piece. Now this chair actually gave me a headache. Piecing it together was so difficult. I thought, oh, does this layout really need a chair? But I was determined and I kept trying. It looks really nice, but in the future, I don't know if I would do it again. The good thing about the new files from Cuddly Cute Designs is they come already just like this. When you drag them into your silhouette, it already comes together. You don't have to piece anything together. So I kept going back to that to see what and where each piece went, because I kept getting lost, as opposed to, you know, other files that you when you drag them into your silhouette, you have to piece everything together in order to size it the size that you want. Cuddly Cute Designs already comes put together. You just size it accordingly and then ungroup it in order to cut it in different color cardstock. Go ahead and put it right here. And lastly, I do have my horse. It does measure 4 1/8 by 3 3/4, and it's laid down flat. Now this layout is actually going to be a gift to my little niece. If you guys remember, not sure, it was November or October of last year, I posted a couple of videos. I had made her a album for my sister-in-law's baby shower. So my little niece is getting quite big. I believe she's 9 months already. Cute as can be. And I think it was last month or 2 months ago, they made her, they decorated her room. She didn't have everything she needed, but she finally was able to decorate her room just the way she wanted it. They got, I think my niece was sleeping with them, and they finally got her crib. Just everything my sister-in-law wanted. So I thought it would be great if I made a layout, just her new bedroom scene. And I figured she could add this to the album that I made for her. And for the crib and the dresser, this actually matches the crib that they got her. So I took that into consideration while I was paper piecing. I really like this mirror. It's so pretty. Well, the file itself. And there you have it. This is my 2-page baby girl scrapbook layout. I hope you enjoy the rest of your day, and I hope to see you soon. Thank you so much. Bye for now.